Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday. It's the Bubba Show. I'm here with my guy, the Badger, and we got, this is the start of the week where the news is really going to start coming fast and furious, and this is where we have to really, hone down on those charts and look for those points of entry, because these are going to be times we're going to get the kind of, hopefully, we're going to get the kind of moves we're looking for, and maybe we'll get a little increase in volume and volatility to get a little action to go ahead and trade these markets. But Badger, I think we'll talk about first this morning, factory orders are coming out today, and we know that this number in the past has had the ability to really drive this market one way or the other. What's your take of it this time? What do you think?
Yeah, again, this is just the end of the month stuff. We've already had all our purchasing managers' factory orders are pretty much built in right now, Bubba. So I don't think we're going to see any real surprise off this. I think it's going to meet the street expectations. And the reason I say that is because this isn't really a leading number. This is based on all the numbers we've had all month. So all this really number means is that you can count. So I don't think this will be anything.
Well, we don't know if they can count or not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have seen in many numbers that they figure that they can count, and so all of a sudden, the number changes drastically. I love when they go back and make the adjustment. They come up with a number and it's a great number, and then it turns out it wasn't such a great number, but they'd already made. The move was already made. It's like it's like getting beaten in a photo, and then they found out that the horse was disqualified. So, but that's life, and that's the way we trade. But we do have, this is the big start, and this is the payroll number, and this is the ADP number. Take us through ADP.
Yeah, that is a private number again, and that is automatic data processing. And what it does is it measures non-farm payroll, because they don't deal with anything on farms. It's going to measure basically what white-collar workers get. Most blue-collar workers do not get paid off ADP, and so they use this number as a comparison. They use it for the last month, the way the number compares the last quarter, the last year. Sometimes this number can be very, very jumpy. This will be our first employment number coming up actually for May, and again, the way the market's right now, perfection's built in. This number could shake it up a little if we have a big change in ADP and the market's looking to take profit. It could be the thing that turns it around. It could be the number that causes it to go down. So you can't discount this at all, because this number has moved us a lot in the past.
Okay, so so if the number is now, but there's a lot of times over history that this number has been way off compared to the actual government number that comes out on Friday. Why? How does that happen?
Well, the government number measures all kinds of different things. This number doesn't measure as broad of a range, so they can get separated. They can. But if you look at the correlation between this and what happens when the government number comes out, it's pretty good. We pretty much know what's going to happen with the government number. The Fed told us on Wednesday, last week what the government number was going to be, and I think that we're not going to see much fluctuation here. I think they're going to be pretty correlated this week. Okay,
the number does have a chance. Obviously, what's happening here is the market is waiting for some sort of surprise, and we're waiting for a reason to make a big move. I mean, it seems to me that we're back into that creeping philosophy again, and we're not getting really big moves again. We're getting back into that grind it out tortoise rally up here near the tops and that 13.3 Dow level, and but interesting. I mean, the couple things that I've noticed, and I just want to run these by you real quick, is I've noticed a little bit of divergence in the Dow has been way outperforming the rest of the market, and that's typically not a real bullish sign based on the Dow is such a small sampling of the overall market. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's true. That is not a great bullish sign. It has been outperforming the market, but if you look percentage-wise, of course, with Apple in the NASDAQ, particularly what happened this week, percentage-wise, the NASDAQ outperformed everybody. I know there's contrarians out there, and they're saying, the Dow's outperforming the S&P right now, and that historically, when that happens, we're nearing tops, or we're about to go the other way. I mean, you can take any position you want,
right?
And I think what right now fighting the trend is difficult.
You never want to fight the trend. I mean, that's an act of suicide. You can take a stab at it, but you got to use stops. You got to protect yourself. This is what we do, and this is what this is all about, and this is why we use this as an educational tool for everybody is to teach you and share with you ideas of how to get yourself out of trouble when you get in, because we all have a tendency to find our way into a little bit of trouble. So remember, Bubba's Picks. Remember that we have some new formats coming, some more action, and remember for Wednesday, have a great day. The Bubba Show. We'll talk to you on Thursday.